Good day to everybody out there. This is See Thy Wealth, Water Your Health. Drink a glass of water. I'm here to tell you that on the days you don't feel like showing up, you still gotta be prepared and you still have to show up. Sometimes we do feel like giving up, sometimes we feel like quitting, and right at that moment is the moment that you should have kept going because you was just on the brink of a breakthrough. As you guys can see, I'm out here on the farm, my own land, growing my own food. We have an apple tree right here. On the base of the apple tree, we have some raspberries that are starting to flower. You know what I'm saying? We have some thyme down here. This is a herb, thyme. We also have some oregano over here that I started from this low. And look at how high it's gotten. We're going to propagate this one. We also have banana tree. All of those back there are plantain, just like a banana, a little bit bigger, more starchier. But we have a banana tree right here. We have papaya down here. See the yellow flag? That's a papaya tree. Another yellow flag, we have more papayas, getting a little bit too much sun. We have another banana. That's an avocado behind my head right here. Listen, they have a war going on over in Iran. Why are they over and having war in Iran? Best thing I could tell you is land. Most wars to me are fought over land ownership, power. And that brings me to my next question. Do you own any land? And if not, why don't you own any land? Anytime there's a war, most of these wars, I'll say 98 to 99% of these wars are fought over land. And you don't have any? Not talking to you if you have some. Talking to y'all that don't have any land out there. The next thing we see, right? 15,000 layoffs at Meta. There's also been a lot of layoffs at UPS and other companies, right? So we have TSA members quitting. I fly a lot, at least I was before I moved here. And TSA is very important. Let's not get it twisted. But that brings me to what I'm saying here is land. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We've already seen plenty of layoffs in the last 6 months with other companies. You have to go and get you some land. Start with your local county. Whatever county you're interested in. If you want to stay home local, tap in there. If you want to go to Montana, South Dakota, Arizona, wherever you want to go, tap in with that county. Ask them for a list of the over-the-counter tax deeds. In other words, lands available. In some counties, it's called lands available. And if they don't have that term, ask them for the list of properties that didn't sell at the previous sheriff sale or previous tax deed sale. Go through that list. You might find a property for $700. The key is checking to make sure that $700 property doesn't have any liens. Because if you buy that property for $700 and it has a $17,000 lien on it and the property's only worth $9,000, you might not want to tap in with that property. You might want to move on. So the key with those properties are to make sure they don't have any existing liens on it besides the tax lien. We don't want to have any code enforcement liens. We don't want to have any child support liens, mechanic liens from contractors who didn't get paid. You don't want to have any liens on these properties that don't cost much. That's the key. With all of this fighting, war, Iran, Ukraine, Russia, so on and so forth, the United States is in the crosshair. I'm from the United States, born and raised. I had to get up out of there. Not necessarily out of fear, but because I was hustling backwards, paying for land. You know, I plan, and my taxes is less than $20 a year. But in the United States, for the same parcel of land, same amount, I probably would end up paying $1,500 a year, depending on what state I'm in. That's all on jurisdiction. But it's hustling backwards over there. $7 for a coconut? When I could come right out here and you got coconut trees right on my land for free? That's hustling backwards. You gotta go and get you some land, people. We got fruit, we here for days. Like mulberry, you got the blackberries dripping off the mulberry tree right there. We have mango, another mango tree from seed. Huh? plum, the dwarf sea grapes, plenty of papaya. We got papaya lining the entire length of our driveway. Yes, we do have coconuts that go around the driveway, but we also have papaya that are going all the way up the driveway to the house. Papayas take about 9 to 12 months to bear fruit. Probably sooner than that. I have one up by the house that I just threw an actual papaya out, and it started to bear already from seed. You know what I'm saying? That was how vibrant and rich the soil is. I threw the papaya out. It was bad. The papaya tree has started to grow just from that. Man, listen, don't get caught up out here in this war. The government is shut down partially. Every other 3 to 6 months, it seems like the government is shut down. What are you going to do when the troops is coming through your neighborhood and they shut shit down and you're not able to go to the store no more? And whatever groceries you get are what they deliver to your doorstep. What are you going to do? Because I'm sitting here telling you to go get you some seeds. I'm not telling you nothing wrong. I'm not telling you to go out here and pick up a pack and do nothing illegal. I'm telling you to go out here to your local nursery, get you some pots, get you some soil, and get you some seeds. And start slowing. Progress is better than no progress. You want to be able to feed yourself. You want to be able to feed your babies. You want to be able to feed your family, your community. You cannot do that with a deep freezer full of food, with a refrigerator full up with food. That's going to be going in a couple days. 3, 4, 5 days, depending on how big your family is, it's gone. We see how quick the grocery stores got shut down when we did the snowstorm up in New York 2 months ago when I was up there. Everything was cleared out. Crazy. But I'm a vegetarian, I'm a vegan, so this is right up my alley. This is my source of food out here. Organic, no pesticides, herbicides, germicides, insecticides, none of that is out here. Everything is natural, organic. If I have to spray something on it for it to grow, I won't have it. We're gonna find a natural way to keep these bugs and these pests away, because that is how I like to eat. I like to control what comes into my temple. This is your body, your temple. This is your vehicle. This is your home. The most important house, car, clothing you'll ever wear is the skin that you're living in. And yet we seem to treat this like it's nothing. We eat animals, mammals. That's cannibalism. You run around here eating cows, beef. Those are mammals. That's cannibalism. You eating flesh. When those papayas deuce, when those raspberries down here start to produce, when this apple tree starts to produce, that is the real meat. All that other stuff, chicken, beef, pork, that is flesh. Call it what it is. And let's just be real. You on your Jeffrey Dahmer-ish. You just ain't eating a human being, but you are eating another mammal. If you're really built like that, eat the mammal in its raw state. Kill it with your teeth. Do all that. That's how you know we're not supposed to eat it. But as soon as a craboo jumps from that tree over there, I can go pick it and eat it. As soon as a coconut falls, I can crack it open and drink it. As soon as it start producing apples, I can grab an apple and drink it. I can't go over here and grab that rabbit. He's too fast. I gotta set up all kinds of traps. I can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be logical. Understand that a lot of us out here are common. We have common sense. I don't have common sense because I'm not the common man or woman. The common man or woman has a 9-to-5 job. The common man or woman has to take vacation. The common man or woman has a boss. I'm uncommon. And I don't want to be the same as everybody else. I'm very different on my 2 chains. I'm different. And I embrace my difference. And I'm telling you then who you are, but and what you are. As a human being made up of mostly water, which means you need water to survive out here and thrive. So go get you a well. And if you can't afford a well, go get you a cistern so you can start to collect rain. And in fact, up in the United States in certain jurisdictions, you can't even collect and store rainwater. Y'all can't tell me y'all, like, come on, man. It's messy. It's messy. You can't store your own rainwater on your own. Got jurisdictions in the United States that really say that. Why would I choose to stay there? I love the country I'm from and born and raised from. There's a lot of opportunity there. I wouldn't have been able to get here without going through what I went through there. Even with me setting myself back by getting in trouble for being a petty drug dealer, I was still able to overcome the odds and become successful. I was able to become successful, and success is relative. What that looks like for me may look completely different for you. You may not You may not want to do a farm, but guess what you want to do every day? Eat. So you definitely want to grow your own food. And if you don't, then just be prepared to starve. Because if they could feed you, they could starve you, they could poison you, they can kill you. And with that, I appreciate y'all for watching. We coming with a lot of heat in the future. We're going to do a lot more vlogging in the future. A lot more of our daily life. You know what I'm saying? Bring y'all in along for that journey. Show y'all some of that. We did have... actually, we'll tap in with that on the video. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. See thy wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.